What's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Girl Talk. Hey guys, so before we continue with today's video, I want to thank our sponsor, which is Ecoer. They make high quality and comfortable clothing with affordable prices. I wanted to show you 3 different pieces that I got from them, and these are all so comfy, y'all, and just so cute. I know a lot of us wear that big oversized tee to bed, but there's something about having actual pajamas that are cute and comfortable and just make you feel nice, that just make the process of lounging at home or going to sleep or winding down that much more luxurious. And luxury is a mindset, so I just wanted to show you guys what I got. This is the first set. It is a really soft terry cloth material, little short and tank top. These are the shorts. I love the color. This is just super realistic for me to wear. Some pajamas, I feel like for me personally, just kind of feel a little bit too fancy, and it's like I don't necessarily always want to wear something like that. So I love that this is just super comfy while still being cute and like just a nice little matching set that's still flowy and comfortable. This is just something I would genuinely wear on like an average day and just make the experience better than just wearing an old gross t-shirt, no offense. So then I got this satin robe, which I think is so cute. This gray color with half sleeves, which are so important because I'm always wearing these robes when I'm doing my makeup or getting ready, and I hate when the sleeve drags like in makeup, or I don't know if it touches the curling wand or something. So I love the half sleeve, great length, and then it has this attached, which is so important because it's so easy to like lose them or like just have them disconnect or whatever. So cute, and I feel like a Victoria's Secret angel wearing this. The last set is this black set with a lace trim, and this feels super cute and luxurious, but it's super comfy. The material is really soft, it's flowy, and this is just gonna feel really nice on like summer nights or just warmer nights. And again, this is like something realistic that I would wear around the house. It's nice to sometimes have a super fancy pair or super sexy, you know, lingerie pajama set, but for me, I'm not gonna want to wear that on just the average night where I'm like chill and relaxing. So this is again just a great set to kind of have that balance between like, okay, it's a step up. So I would definitely recommend you guys check them out. You can get 30% off with my code, so I will link them down below, and the code is valid for 30 days after this video goes up. So definitely get it while you can, and let me know if you guys get any of the same pieces that I got, and let's just be cute together. Let's continue on with the rest of the video. Maybe new series alert, question mark. If y'all like it, let me know. So if you don't know, I have a weekly podcast, and I definitely talk about more serious subjects or just like more actual topics on there. Like we have more discourse on there, but I definitely would love to bring more of that over onto my channel. So let me know if you guys like this type of video. Basically, I asked you guys to submit topics or ask questions just related to, you know, girl type subjects, maybe things you're embarrassed to ask your friends, or just TMI questions, or just, you know, things that we all go through but they're just kind of awkward to talk about. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the first topic, what do ladies do for hair maintenance down there? I never know what to do. Let me just preface this by saying it's completely a personal choice, and like I mean that. I feel like every woman, probably every person, but I feel like every woman has some kind of like triggering memory of like someone commenting on your body hair, you know? Like for me, I have this vivid memory, 2nd grade, this boy in my class was like, you have so much arm hair, and I never forgot it. Like still to this day, I remember it. Maybe it's like you're hooking up with someone and they're like, why didn't you shave? But it's like, you just have to realize that anyone who's gonna comment on your body hair, your body, you, is just immature, especially if it's a dude. Like they're just immature, gross, and they need to grow up. Especially when it comes to body hair, I feel like a lot of that is just, it's like, why do you want me to look like a little kid? Okay, so there's no norm. This is what everyone's doing and you're the one that's not doing it, you know? Everyone's different and you can do whatever you want. But with all of that being said, I always in the past shaved, and still to this day, my body hair is not crazy. It's not crazy thick or anything, so I can get away with like shaving. I shave my legs, I shave like my arms, I shave my armpits. As for down there, I started out shaving, and even if I wouldn't get razor burn, which I often would get really bad razor burn, the hair, like once the hair would start to grow back in after, you know, a day, it would get so itchy, and it was just like the worst, just so bad. And I just found that it was really hard to be precise. There were some times where I took the little like face razors and just went in the mirror and like really got everything, but it's just really time consuming and it's a lot to keep up with. And again, the hair grows back so quick, it itches, it's just not a good time. So I started waxing just down there. Again, everywhere else that I choose to remove body hair, I shave just because that works for me. But yeah, so I get waxes like once a month. I don't love waxing. I do feel like it's a lot better than shaving, but it's not like, oh my god, like I love, like, yes, I like the feeling after, but you can still get ingrown hairs. It is painful. It is really quick. It's like one of the quickest beauty procedures, you know, so I like that. And it really gets all the hair. Like, I remember the first time I got it done, I was like, oh my god, she's looking brand new. And you can like leave hair, and you can just get like a bikini wax, which is just like everything that would show on the outside of like a swimsuit, or you can do the Brazilian. You can leave a landing strip, you can leave a triangle. I really want to look into laser eventually, at least for like the bikini region, just because at least that is permanent. With waxing, you just have to keep doing it, and yeah, you do it less than shaving, but it is money. Like, it's like $50–60 every time, and it is painful, and it's like I just have to do this until I want to stop. Like, I could go the whole rest of my life doing this, whereas laser, like, what do you do, like 6 times, and then it's like you're done. If you've gotten laser hair removal down there, let me know. But yeah, so with all of that being said, you do not need to do any of that. It's completely a personal choice, and no one should feel pressured. And if anyone gives you some shit about your body hair, just imagine me bullying them to their face. Like, ew, that's just so gross. Like, it's natural. Like, I'm a grown woman. Like, do you want to be with a grown woman? So yeah, that's the tea. But if you are shaving and you don't like it, I would recommend waxing, because I think it is more cost effective than laser. So I would say, like, try it, see if you like it. And it's not that painful. Like, it's really not. It's just like ripping a band-aid off. It's really just like the inner part that kind of like, someone says bra stuffing. Oh my god, I've never done this, but I do remember when I got my first like training bra, I never like went out, I never went to school and did this, I never went out and did this, but I would like put socks in it just to see what I would look like when I eventually had boobs. But there's a lot of like shapewear you can get these days to make your butt look bigger, your hips look wider, your waist more snatched, obvi. I mean, I love a good like waist trainer moment. Like, I love a good like body. I don't really do like a, I mean, I'm not like going to red carpet events all the time or anything where I need to like wear a ton of shapewear to make me look snatched. I love a good waist trainer around the house, and I do love clothes that just like cinch me, but I just feel like if you're gonna wear a fake ass or stuff your bra, it's just like, do what you want, obvi, but I just feel like personally, it's like I would just feel awkward. Like, what if you want to like hook up with someone and then you have to like take off your fake ass, take off your bra, and then like socks come out of it. So it's just like, that's what would be going through my head. It would give me stress. Or like when you over edit your pics, you know, like there's one thing of just like, you know, doing a little edit, but then like to drastically make your body look different, it's like people are gonna see you in real life. Or like if you're always wearing a fake ass or a fake boobs, and then you like go to a pool party, and I guess it's just like if you don't care what people think of you. But I don't know, that's just like what I think of it. But then it's like, oh, it's like a push-up bra, but it's like, I would just be like selective, like certain outfits, maybe. You just can't get addicted to it and like need it to feel good, you know? Does that make sense? Like, I'm not saying, oh, don't do that, but it's just like, you just have to think about it. I don't know. Let me know, did you ever stuff your bra, or do you currently? How to be confident in the bedroom. Such a huge part of it is like being with someone that makes you feel comfortable, especially if you're a girl hooking up with straight dudes. A lot of the times, especially like in hookup culture, but you could even be in a relationship with someone, with a guy who like acts like this, but a lot of the times, especially in hookup culture, guys have to like manipulate you to some degree in order to hook up with you, you know, like either with kind of the promise of a relationship, or like they're kind of stringing you along, or, you know, they want to make you feel insecure so that you don't really feel good about yourself and you're not empowered to find something better. So a lot of guys can like make you not feel good about yourself in the bedroom. It's such a thing that you can so easily be insecure about, you know? It's like just with body image and, you know, I feel like just expectations. A lot of guys watch a lot of porn because of patriarchy and, you know, sex ed all the way to porn. There's this certain image of like what sex looks like and what our bodies are supposed to look like and how we're supposed to act as the female in this situation. And if we don't completely match up to that, it's like we don't feel like we're enough, or the guy will make us feel bad about not like being what they want. So I think it's just really about knowing what you like, choosing partners that align with that, choosing partners who are, this is the thing, I feel like what makes someone good in bed is not like, oh, I have all these like tips and tricks up my sleeve, but like I feel like it just comes down to being a good listener and being willing to communicate, because everyone's different. Like, have you ever hooked up with a guy who was like, I just will give you the best time? Every girl I've been with says I gave her the best time, and then it's like, you literally, it's like just nothing. It's like either bad or it's just like nothing. So it's like either you're lying or it's just like your style is not compatible with mine, so it's like we either need to talk about this or move on. Like, it's not a one size fits all, you know? Actually, a really good point to like test this, I heard about this on TikTok, I think, but a way to like see if you're compatible, you know, without actually doing it yet, is to ask the person you're dating or interested in to give you a back massage, and like actually like no funny stuff, like just like, oh, can you rub my shoulders, like they're really sore, I've had a long day. And you can just judge a lot based on that, because it's something that they really gain nothing out of except for seeing you happy. You know, it's like a physical thing. How long are they gonna do it for? Are they gonna like do a good job, like thorough? Are they gonna make sure you're actually satisfied? All of these things. That is like what's important. So I feel like, circling back to the question, how to be confident, is just knowing what you want, knowing what you like, and I think just really practicing self-love, self-acceptance, body acceptance, and focusing on pleasure over performance. It's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels, you know? So let me know if you have any tips for being confident down below. But I hope that's like, I don't know, maybe you wanted to hear a tip like how to be confident in the bedroom. Spray your favorite perfume. Maybe that'll help, but like okay, this is a really good question. How to not feel embarrassed to orgasm. My partner makes me feel so comfortable, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, this is a really common thing. I would recommend the book Come As You Are. That book will probably have all the answers you need, literally. But it could be so many different things, you know? I know for a lot of women, we just do get very caught up, like the last question, we get very caught up in our heads, and like we almost have to meditate, really be present, and that's when pleasure over performance comes into play. There's a lot of pressure to, you know, have this like dramatic orgasm, like, oh my god. I think a lot of us think like, is that what it's supposed to look like? Like, am I doing it wrong if that's not what my experience is? Instead of focusing on an orgasm as the goal, like just focus on pleasure in the moment, because that's what leads to an orgasm. Like, you have to be relaxed. You like, your mind has to be in it. You have to be in your body, not like up in your head and your thoughts. So that's why it is like so important to, like, that's good. She said she's with someone that makes her feel comfortable. And the book goes a lot into this, but you know, there can be a lot of things that prevent us from reaching that point. A lot of it can be stress, you know? Some of us just take more time to truly get fully aroused and to that relaxed, you know, in our body state than others. So allowing yourself to have enough time to ease into it. And you should just read the book, because like it goes into way more detail about everything. And then also, like, don't be afraid to bring toys into the mix. That can just be very helpful, because vibrators, especially because it's such a strong sensation. I think in the book she described it as like, imagine, what did she even say? Like, imagine all the different points of like arousal are like birds flying in one direction. And like, to fully be turned on, all the birds have to be flying in the same direction. Like, you have to not be stressed out, you have to be comfortable, you have to be relaxed, you have to like be confident about your body that day, you have to be like with someone. So what can prevent orgasm is like, not all the birds are flying in the same direction, you know? Some of them are like going the opposite direction, some of them are just kind of stagnant. So because like the vibration of a toy can be so strong, it can kind of like force all the birds to go in the same direction, even if they're not actually. So that's why it's like so easy to reach the point that we want to reach with a toy. So don't be afraid to like put that to use, bitch. Like, so yeah, if you have any tips or experience with this, comment down below. Yeah, and definitely read that book. I will link it down below. This is a really relevant topic. How do us girlies stay hopeful in such times of despair? As of recording this, Roe v. Wade was overturned 2 days ago, and this is just like shocking, disgusting, horrifying, but at the same time, part of me is unfortunately not surprised, because this is just the world we live in, the country that we live in. And it is just really sickening to live in a society that is so oppressive. The whole United States was founded on racism, misogyny, classism, all of these things. So it's like, it's not really surprising. So it's really easy to feel helpless, to feel hopeless and angry, and you know, all of these things are completely justified. But I saw a post, I wish I could remember who it was from, but they were talking about, you know, how fear and hopelessness is very disempowering, and we just have to know that and believe in the power of the people. I really think the whole system is fucked and just needs to be completely redone. It's all possible, so we really just have to do our part. It's so important to speak up, to spread awareness, to educate ourselves, to protest, and to not lose hope. But yeah, it definitely sucks, and I will link as many resources as I can remember. I've been posting so many, you know, things on Instagram with different resources across the country, and especially in those states where abortion is banned. It feels weird to even like say that, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's just really disgusting, and yeah, it's just like, this country is fucked. So again, I will link resources down below, places that you can get pills online and just different funds and whatnot. So if you know of any, let me know and I will link them down below as well. But yeah, just believing in the power of the people, I think it's huge. And definitely vote, you guys. Like, I know the system is fucked as it is, but just opting out when it's like where we live and exist is not the smartest idea. Voting is not the end-all be-all answer. Voting is not going to solve everything, but it is just a step that we can do, an action that we can take. And you know, some choices are definitely better than others, even if it's not like the, oh my god, this is the best. What would you do if the world was ending? I would vote. So this girl submitted a lot of questions. I think she's going through it, but she said getting back into dating after years, staying single, and being attracted to men but having the ick on how they treat women. I definitely feel all of this though. Like, I feel like over the past year, I have just not been interested in dating at all. Like, I have just felt exhausted and I'm just not interested. Like, I don't want to go on a date. I don't want to go on a first date. I just like, I don't know, like I have no urge. Like, I'm just like, ew, I don't want to be around any men. I don't want randoms to talk to me. Like, I'm just like so annoyed and over it. And the thing is, I think that's fine. I think it's fine to take a break from dating. I think it's fine to just be single and be okay with that, and to not be like working towards a relationship all the time. I read something in a bell hooks book that said something along the lines of, you can't right decision yourself out of oppression, was kind of the vibe. Like, you know, as women, we have all of these articles and books and videos on how to attract the perfect guy and like how to make better decisions so you don't get manipulated or taken advantage of. And it's like, I mean, yeah, obviously there's like things you can do to educate yourself, how to spot a manipulator, how to spot a narcissist, and just working on yourself and having the confidence to like leave a bad situation or just a situation that isn't right for you. But ultimately it's like, yeah, like it still exists, and it's not like, oh, you just keep making the wrong choices, you haven't found someone because you pick the wrong guys. It's like, there's a whole system like designed against us, and most men don't even see women as like people, you know, they see us as like women, if that makes sense. And I just find like, I just don't want to be bitter, but it's just like the more I learn, the more I'm like, this is fucked, and I just don't want to like I'm just annoyed. And I saw this tweet, I wonder if I can find it, but it was something along the lines of like, it sucks how straight women's only option is their also only natural predator, straight men. I know I talked about this, you know, in my podcast episode about hookup culture, but I just feel like a lot of women, at least on the side of TikTok that I'm on, a lot of women are choosing celibacy, and I don't know if a lot of women are like not dating, but if you feel like you need a break, if you want a break, do that, because dating is not fun when you're not into it, you know. Like, sometimes it can be so fun to just be meeting different people and going on these dates, and like, even if it doesn't work out, it's still a story. But if you just feel exhausted at the thought of that, like, it's okay to not be focused on that. It's okay to just like take a break, to heal, to focus on yourself, your friends, your own interests. And not to be cliche, but I do feel like that is when you are most likely to find the right person, you know, when you are
feeling your best self and like in your right energy and just like your most confident, like that's when you're going to accept the best treatment and only the best treatment, and you're just gonna recognize red flags and bullshit like way quicker because you're like, I know my worth. But let me know what you guys think about that.
Oh, this was some tea, y'all. We've been seeing each other for 3 months and he said he's not ready for our relationship. I don't want to say if he wanted to, he would, because that has like a different kind of like context. But if you're feeling confused, if he flat out tells you I'm not ready for a relationship, or like I just like the way things are, I just want to chill right now, like I just like hanging out with you, or if you're just confused, like does he like me, does he not, a mature person who actually likes you will let you know that they like you. And especially with guys, this is something like I see all the time from dating coaches and like even other bros who are trying to help girls out like on TikTok and stuff, but they're like, bro, like if a guy wants to be with you, if he wants to make you his girlfriend, if he sees you as someone he's going to take seriously, he's not going to risk the chance of losing you or letting another guy swoop you up. So he's going to make sure to lock it down. So if you're getting mixed signals, if he flat out tells you I'm not ready for a relationship, believe him, because that just means he's talking to other girls. He's still fucking other, you know. And don't give excuses like, well, he's just going through a lot right now, he's really busy. Like, bro, think if you actually really like someone, like you're going to find a way to make it work. How to deal with BV. So BV happens when I believe your pH balance is off, your discharge can be different, you have a different smell, sometimes it's a very unpleasant smell, there could be itching, it's just like not a good time. And it's important to know the difference between that and then like signs of an STD or like STI or something else. Me looking it up because I didn't know the difference. So BV is bacterial while a yeast infection is fungal. I will link this article down below. Neither is typically a cause for concern. The symptoms are often the same or similar, but the causes and treatments are different. Some yeast infections can be treated with over-the-counter medications, but all cases of BV require prescription medication. Yeah, so a yeast infection like doesn't have a scent. BV it does. So like a yeast infection can happen if you have to take like antibiotics and like your bacteria levels get off. There's like an overgrowth of Candida fungus. This could result from high blood sugar, antibiotics, birth control, hormone therapy, or pregnancy. BV is like having intercourse with a new partner, hormonal changes, or douching or other excessive cleaning methods. If you're seeing someone and suddenly you start getting BV, it's like they could have slept with someone new and then like their bacteria is different, so then it's affecting your bacteria. So it's just like your body really will tell you the tea. So I will link this down below. Yeah, they're super common, nothing to be embarrassed about. It's so cool that our body just like tells us what's going on, you know. So it's just important to identify the signs and to know what to look for and to just be really in tune with your body, and like especially down there, because it's just such a huge part of our health and can really just, you know, again, let you know what's going on. Also, don't forget to get tested after every new partner, and even if you are in a relationship or, you know, have a consistent partner, still get tested like every 3 months or so, just to make sure that everything's good. And also, some STDs or STIs can take up to 3 months to show up in your system, so get checked out. I will put a link to where you can find testing near you down below. So that's all I'm going to answer, folks, but I hope this video was informative and helpful. And again, I will link as many resources as I can down below related to everything, most everything I talked about in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.